Just you.
So it is recording, but this
Okay.
intro part can get cut.
For sure.
All right. So welcome back, Unc2Unc crew. It's been a minute, but today's gonna be a good vid. We got our first guest on the show, Jordan Gipson. So well, that leads into the first question for real. So Jordan, who is Jordan Gipson for those who don't know?
Okay. First of all, thank you for having me. Like I said, this is my guy right here. So
Of course.
um I'm just a junior here at Morgan. I was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, and I went to high school. I was a three-sport athlete, and I came to college thinking I was going to be an athlete, and obviously that didn't happen. So I stepped into leadership roles, but that's not really who I am. Like I said, I'm just a junior here at Morgan, business major. Um, and I like to fish a lot. I catch snakes.
Snakes.
Yeah, I catch snakes. I used to, but it's really none out here.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, man, that's really the gist.
So why'd you end up choosing Morgan?
Okay, why did I end up choosing Morgan? So, like I said, I'm from Georgia,
Mhm.
and the expectation for a black person out there is to kind of go, the AUC,
Mhm.
go to those schools. So my brother went to Morehouse, my mom went to Spelman, and I wanted to be different. I toured Morehouse. Don't get me wrong, I toured Morehouse, I toured Clark, all those schools, and they just didn't fit me. Like the campus didn't fit me. So I kind of told my parents I'm not going to school in Georgia, and I wasn't going to know everybody there. So when I came to Morgan, I toured Morgan, and obviously, Morgan's always building. So
Mhm.
I fell in love with the campus as soon as I stepped on it. Like I remember my first impression of Thurgood, that new building, the business building. Um, and I really fell in love with the campus, fell in love with the people. Like the people here are always uplifting each other,
Mhm.
always able to just help each other, like in any circumstance. So that was definitely something I love to see. So I came to Morgan.
I would say that's kind of similar to me. But for me, it was more so different. The expectation was really just to go to a HBCU,
Mm,
and Morgan was never really like top of my list. If I'm being honest, like the goal was always Howard. Like that's what my family wanted for
mm,
me. But ultimately, it came down to which school was giving me more money, like
mm-hmm.
scholarship wise, and Morgan was that school. But then doing research, like their business program was good. That's my major, business administration. Then like you said, fall in love with the campus, it being
Yeah.
like a campus that's constantly growing and renovating, and then like just the people here, like it was just easy to connect. So I can I can relate to that. And
Mm-hmm.
so since it
Exactly.
is like back to school season and student leadership, what are some professional networks that some incoming freshmen should have coming into college?
Networks, as in just things they should do.
Things they should do, people or pages they should follow, like
Okay.
what would set them up for success early on?
Absolutely. So everybody's experience here at Morgan is different, but for a freshman to be successful, in my opinion, they should follow the Morgan State SGA page, of course, the Royal Court page, the CAB page, the Morgan State page in general.
Mm,
Um, I want to say there's an MSU 29 page that has a lot of the updates just for freshmen. Um, Make a LinkedIn, get business attire. For my men, you should probably have about 4 suits: a navy blue, black, khaki, and a gray. And you
mm,
can make a whole bunch of different combinations with that. For the ladies, definitely get a dress below the knees, and a pair of heels. And really, that's the main thing for networking. And just make sure you go to as many events as possible, because that's where you're going to meet a lot of new people. So you don't want to just stay in your room, and because a lot of people, I notice a lot of people, they'll stay in their room their whole freshman first semester
mm.
and wonder why they're not having a good time. It's because you're not opening yourself up to have a good time. Um, you know, when you actually step out into those spaces, into those people, meeting those people, then you actually have a chance to grow and make friends.
So how would you say your freshman year went?
I had a very eventful freshman year. I would say the least, but I first came here. like I said, I wanted to be an athlete. And I realized probably in like the first month that wasn't gonna happen. But I'm not gonna lie, I was in my room for probably like 2 weeks just not knowing what to do. Like I was like,
Really?
yeah, I was a 3-sport athlete, so I was just adjusting like, okay, I'm not gonna be at practice, so I have to do something. And then I kind of just got this mindset of if I say like, because I was a cocky athlete, like you know what I'm saying, you know, an athlete that would just talk trash, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying. I was like, if I prove myself to, if I say I'm such a leader on the field, on the court, on the track, if I'm a true leader, I'm not just a leader in sports. I'm a leader I would be a leader anywhere I am. So I would, I got that mindset and started to try to become a leader throughout campus. Obviously, that was a slow rolling process, like a snowball. I joined the Morgan Mile. That was my first organization, and I was on the e-board within a month because the Morgan Mile it wasn't as big as it was now. I was on the e-board within a month and tried to grow that organization, and then after that, I gained a whole organization of brothers, and then ran for Mr. Sophomore in my spring semester, and that's kind of when everything skyrocketed. I met a whole new network of people, and really just through God was able to grow in ways I didn't even know were possible.
So what drew you to running for Mr. Sophomore?
To be honest, I saw a lack of male leadership
Mm-hmm.
in our class. I saw a lot of things that I noticed, and this is still a problem that I want to get rid of with a lot of underclassmen. People think it's too cool to step into leadership. Like people would be like, "Oh, I would do this, but how would I be looked at?" Like that's such a false mindset to have of wondering how it would be looked at by other people, because if you're worried about others' perception of you, then you already lost. Um, so definitely just seeing a lack of male leadership and realizing that I could be the person to step into that role and inspire other men to lead and be themselves on campus. And really my goal is to inspire other men to be themselves and never shrink in any room they walk into.
What's your perspective on how HBCUs prepare Black students to step into entrepreneurial spaces?
That's a good question. I know for Morgan specifically, they do a great job. Like Morgan has all of the resources you could dream of. People just don't use them or they're not advertised right. So I know the business building, they have different companies, 2 different companies come like every week just to give out internships or give out like just to get to know the company in general. And like that's something not a lot of colleges have. Just companies visiting schools just cause. Um, I know we have the career fair in Tyler Hall, and we have just student leaders hosting different professional development things for students to have. Like those are skills that you need in the real world, and Morgan is kind of just like here. Now it's kind of the student's choice to want to embrace
Take it
it
and run with it.
or just not take it at all. But Morgan definitely offers the opportunities to help students grow professionally.
So within that space of networking and connection, like you said, you joined the Morgan Mile freshman year, something I did as well,
Yeah.
and it's been a good experience. Then running for Mr. Sophomore and winning, Mr. Junior winning again. Um, so when it comes to networking, last fall you recently joined, or you recently crossed into Omega Psi Phi, the pod chapter on campus. Um, what was what has the experience been since crossing, and like the networks that you've been able to reach or tap into?
To be honest, it's been like probably one of the most wild experiences. Like, and that's not even obviously frats woo woo party scene. I'm not even talking the party scene. Like, just the network itself is crazy. Like, I'm in a chapter with just in a chapter, not even an organization, with people that are setting me up with jobs outside of college already. Like, my profile is already trying to set me up to because I want to be a firefighter after college. I want to eventually become a chief. My profile's already setting me up with the DC Fire Department so that right when I graduate, boom, I can just go straight to that and start building up rank. Um, Different chapters, like I also hold a national position in the chapter or in the fraternity, the undergrad representative. So basically, I represent all the undergrads because obviously there's graduate brothers and then undergraduate brothers, and I represent the undergraduates in my district to the graduate brothers. So I definitely network with a lot of the undergrad brothers in this district, and I mean that itself has been crazy. Like just being able to meet all of these different brothers. I probably know people from every state in the fraternity, and who knows where that can go. And it's just all about friendship. Like I have genuine friendships with all of them. They randomly call me. I'll randomly call them. Like it's crazy. This is really my brother at Morehouse. His name is Kenzo. Kenzo, if you're watching this, shout out you. But like he's from Philly. I'm from there, but he went to Morehouse. I came here, and we both crossed the same time, and we randomly met each other. We're both the same number. We're both a single letter chapter, and it's crazy that we met each other, and we're always checking on each other, just a genuine friendship. And he's all the way in Georgia. I'm all the way here, so it's just something that small that's crazy. And I got 7 or 6 line brothers that I'm gonna be with for the rest of my life. And I love them all like dearly. So that's definitely how that's been.
That's good. So you would say you have people through it all that you can rely on no matter what.
Absolutely.
As a fall 2024 initiative of the Pod Chapter of Mega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, in what ways has joining Greek life influenced your personal, academic, and leadership experience at Morgan State?
I would say it opened my eyes to a lot of things. Joining when I joined the organization, there's a stigma on my organization. There's I realize that, and I'm not gonna say the organization doesn't play into it, but there's definitely a stigma, and I kind of want to change that stigma of it. It's just walking around in suits, not being the ideal, because obviously Q dogs, you know what I'm saying? Everybody sees that, but it's like that's not the only thing we do. We actually go to service all the time. We just don't post it. We host events. We help with kids, do back to school stuff. Like I'm actually in a couple of days, I'm actually bringing a couple of them. We're gonna do back to school haircuts for free for elementary kids, and it's just stuff like that. I didn't realize. I don't want to say I always looked at it as only a party scene, but I thought it was majority parties. When really it's like 5% parties, the rest is just straight business. And there's a whole business side of the fraternity that not a lot of people understand. Like just the fraternity is really a business, and that's how it runs. But it's definitely opened my eyes to a lot of things, just in leadership. Just having a leadership position in the frat itself has helped me grow tremendously.
From your perspective, what are the primary advantages of serving
As a
as
Greek
both a
student
Greek
leader,
student leader as well as just a student leader on campus? So like
um,
prior to joining to
yeah.
after joining
Okay, so the
again.
difference is like, okay, before, or I'll start with after. Obviously, people reach out for us to do different shows and different performances, but you're almost held to a different standard after joining. Like our saying is 8 times or 10 times the normal man. So everyone that knows what that means is basically like, okay, I can't really ever mess up. I can't really if I slip up, it's kind of like, yo, that's not acting like 10 times the normal man. Like you're not holding yourself accountable. But I before and after, I like both, because before it's like you just, not everyone has a stigma on you. Like I said, like for some reason, no matter who I meet, whenever I tell them I'm in my certain organization, they're like, oh, so you're the nasty, like you just do all the nasty stuff. It's like I don't even, you know what I'm saying? I don't even partake in that stuff. I just wanted to join the organization because of what it represented, and my father is a part of the organization. But both lives are definitely very peaceful. It's just after you're just held to a different certain standard, and you're kind of looked at differently when you tell them you're in a certain organization.
With SGA freshman interest meetings coming up, what is some advice that you would give students stepping into leadership positions, either as a freshman or just during their time at HBCU?
Do it for the right reasons. Um, a lot of times, and this is unfortunately becoming a trend here at Morgan. People are stepping into leadership for the wrong reasons. Um, like they're just looking at it as a stepping stone instead of actually holding the using the way that it actually holds and using the position properly. Like people are striving to get these positions disingenuously
Mm-hmm.
in search of another goal, when if you genuinely want the position, you're actually going to serve and do things that you genuinely want to do in that position. But overall advice, I mean, if it's something you truly want to do, I'm not telling you don't go for it, but just know what you're getting yourself into. Obviously, student leaders are always getting talked about, whether that's good or bad. I'm on Fizz almost every week, but I've learned to just not. If you start to care what other people think of you, you'll and actually start to believe it. You'll start to build a shell of yourself and not be your true self and shrink in any room you walk into. But once you really just learn to, once I know who I am. I know I'm a man of God. I know I love helping other people, and I know I'm just a genuine person. So if I know that, whatever people are saying on Fizz, I know that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just like you can say whatever you want, and for some reason, whenever people see a black man striving for excellence, I guess they want to bring them down. I don't know. I pray for those people, but that's kind of what it is. But definitely come out to those freshman interest meetings, because you never know how much that position can help you and help you grow into a person you are.
And then lastly, what legacy do you want to leave at Morgan?
What legacy do I want to leave at Morgan? Like, how do I? Okay.
We heard changing the narrative on leadership, specifically like male leadership. We also heard like being that change within your org to where, you know, like you said, 10 times,
Normal man, yeah.
yeah, 10 times the normal man. So,
Um, what legacy? I want people to understand it's cool to lead, bro. Like people just are they try to be too cool for certain things, but really being cool is being a leader. Like
mm,
this, just because you think you're too cool to fit in or join this organization. Like I remember when I was first joining organizations my freshman year, people were like, "Why are you doing that? Why are you trying to go for these leadership positions? What are you doing?" But it's like now those same people are reaching out to me, asking how to do this, how to do that. So it's kind of like they understand there's no such thing as being too cool to lead, bro. The earlier you can get into those positions or get to meeting those people, the better. So definitely, I want to leave the mark that it's cool to lead. Don't ever try to be too cool to step into any room, because you never know who you can meet in that room. You never know who you can meet in that room. And I want people to always just stand tall in whatever room they're in. Like a tree stands tall in through 4 seasons, whether that's summer, winter, spring. Like it's always gonna stand tall. Fall, my bad, I
mm,
forgot the 4th season. Fall, but like a storm is always gonna come. A storm
mm,
is always gonna come. It's whether or not you're gonna be the same person walking out of that storm that you were walking in. You always want to change. You always want to. If a storm comes, you never want to walk out that storm the same person you were. You always want to walk out different in a better way. Let me say that. But yeah, that's the mark I want to leave in Morgan.
so you being the first guest, perfect introduction to like bring guests onto the show. Is well appreciated on behalf of me and Charles, the co-host. And thank you again for your time today.
Always. Shout out Unc2Unc, man.
Thank,
It's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. I'm telling you. There's something cooking up. Y'all gotta tune in with him.
yes,
Always.
yes, and tap in with Jordan, man.
Yep. Blessings, y'all.